Hello, Mr. Dano. I am joining you today not from our offices at Strategic Consulting Group, but from within Decentraland itself. It surely is very interesting. So I wanted to thank you personally for trusting in us as co-founder of Decentraland. Now, please let me pass on the word to our consultants to explore the disruptive industry environment and to propose to you a strategic implementation plan for a new business model that will not only define how to survive and dominate the industry through innovation, but it will also shake the metaverse to its core and allow us to strengthen Decentraland's position.
Thank you very much, Saul, for the introduction. I will now to talk about the metaverse. Metaverse industry is a market of revolutionary products for the future, regardless of the next era of the web. It allows the physical and digital worlds to come together, and digital representation of people to interact with each other by using VR and AR headsets. I will analyze the industry globally. And having said this, the industry is growing really fast. As a result, a key success factor in this industry is a huge space there is to grow in. Market immaturity offers a huge advantage for those companies willing to invest in it. There are a few competitors, the main one would be Meta, and even Apple is planning to come to Metaverse soon. Moreover, new McKinsey research estimates that the economic value of Metaverse could be of 5 trillion by 2030. They also found that 50% of metaverse companies say that they are adopters, and that 59% of consumers are excited about transitioning their everyday activities to the metaverse. Moreover, here's a graph provided by Statista showing the huge space that metaverse has.
The industry has experienced significant growth with the development of new platforms and technologies aimed at enhancing user experience and expanding capabilities in virtual worlds. Virtual worlds enables interaction between the users and the exploration of locations. Avatar customization allows the creation and personalization of new avatars. Social networking allows users connection and community building. In-game economies allows virtual business and transaction, for example, virtual currencies. AI-driven NPCs enhances the experience of the metaverse. Blockchain technology facilitates safe transactions and virtual asset ownership, improving transparency and security. Overall, the metaverse industry is constantly evolving and pushing the boundaries of what is possible in virtual environments. The potential for new and exciting experiences in the metaverse is virtually limitless.
Thank you, Marta. Now I will continue by refreshing briefly the value chain of the metaverse. The industry value chain of the metaverse is still in the early ages of development, and it is likely to evolve as the technology and the applications become more mature. However, based on the technology and the applications we have now, the industry value chain of the metaverse can be broadly divided in the following segments. The first one is the development of the hardware and the infrastructure. Then we have the content creation, which includes the production of virtual content such as games, simulations, and other immersive experiences. Then we have the development and maintenance of metaverse platforms and services that enables users to access and interact with virtual content and assets. Then we have the platforms and services that enable users to buy, sell, and trade virtual assets and goods, as well as advertising and sponsorship opportunities. And lastly, we have the development of mechanisms for dispute resolution, security, and data privacy in the metaverse. Now, Saul will continue by explaining the industry challenges.
Now, it is clear that this industry is facing several challenges, and for the purpose of a thorough understanding of how these factors may impact the industry, we have placed them under the PESTEL framework, which you can see on screen. And the most relevant ones are firstly economic, as the metaverse is moving into an online marketplace connecting billions of users around the world, which of course has created a network of currencies and cryptocurrencies, and the need for quick, effortless, and secure transactions. Also, there are societal concerns that the metaverse might cause addiction, leading not only to mental health issues like anxiety, but also health issues from a sedentary lifestyle. Technologically, also, adoption of the metaverse is threatened by the high equipment costs needed to participate, such as VR and AR technologies. And since most of these are not lightweight, portable, or affordable, the metaverse cannot have a wide scale adoption. And legally, there's a huge concern about privacy concerns and security issues, as people wonder whether avatars in the metaverse will reveal real identities and collect data on individual users, like their email addresses and passwords and their behaviors. And of course, there's this apprehension to adopt the metaverse unless regulators seek to limit these collection of data to ensure privacy and security. And on an interesting note, there are risks of virtual crimes. That means that countries and authorities need to figure out their jurisdiction to ensure a safe space for their users.
Now let's examine the SC of the SCP framework to identify potential threats. In terms of suppliers, there's really not many established suppliers yet, and actually they even have trouble finding people specialized in this. However, as the metaverse keeps expanding, prices are becoming more competitive and there's more diversity in suppliers. In terms of demand, user acceptance is actually lower than industry experts predicted, and the market remains volatile. Yet the number of competitors keeps increasing. This may be attributed to how heterogeneous the metaverse is. There is really a limitless possibility for product differentiation. Now, moving on to marketing, influencer marketing is extremely prevalent, especially with creator users. Price signaling and market power mainly derive from Meta. In terms of vertical integration, forward integration is more common, with vertical joint ventures being numerous, since the cost of R&D is quite high, especially entry and exit. Yet we actually, as a consulting firm, found evidence of tacit collusion happening through the data they feed algorithms. They share data and create pricing strategies based on them. Yet the last few years actually saw a tightening of cost controls and decrease in R&D investments.
As Angela said, the metaverse industry is expected to reach 5 trillion by 2030. And there are several players disrupting the industry, like Sonium Space and Spatial, by offering new and innovative ways for users to interact, play games, and socialize in virtual environments. Somnium Space is building a blockchain-based VR platform that allows users to own and trade virtual lands, while Spatial is creating a collaborative workspace in VR that enables remote teams to work together. The metaverse industry is highly competitive, with established players like Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft dominating the market. The barriers to entry are high, as it requires significant investments in technology and content creation. However, market acceptance for the metaverse is growing rapidly, especially in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. It accelerated the shift towards virtual experiences, and the metaverse offers a new way for people to connect and interact in a safe and immersive environment. As more people adopt VR and AR technologies, the demand for the metaverse experiences is likely to increase, providing opportunities for both established and new players in the industry. Now, Tony will continue with the firm analysis.
For the purposes of benchmarking our solution, here we have the current business model canvas of Decentraland. Mainly, the platform utilizes blockchain technology to enable users to create and exchange virtual assets, such as digital land, wearables, and other virtual items. To generate revenue, Decentraland charges fees for land transactions, such as buying, selling, and renting virtual land. Additionally, the platform allows developers to monetize their creations by charging admission fees for access to their experiences or by selling virtual items within their experiences. Furthermore, Decentraland has a governance system that allows users to participate in the decision making process of the platform. Users who hold the platform's native token, which is Mana, can vote on proposals and changes to the platform infrastructure, ensuring that the community has a say in the platform's evolution. Moreover, Decentraland offers brands and advertisers the opportunity to create immersive advertising experiences within the platform, either by purchasing virtual land or by sponsoring events and experiences. Overall, Decentraland's business model focuses on creating a self sustaining ecosystem where users can create, trade, and monetize virtual assets.
To continue, we see the metaverse in 5 years as a metaverse full of growth players, users, and also competitors. Therefore, there are multiple virtual worlds created by our competitors, each with unique features. There will be, for example, worlds for gaming, for educating. Therefore, we see a huge opportunity to leave people having one account and then being able to go into one world or another freely. There will be also more decentralized ownership and management. Imagine being able to go to every unique world of the metaverse with only one account. This is possible if you join Decentraland.
Welcome, we are the Google of Metaverse.
Therefore, having said this, our idea is to make Decentraland as an interoperability platform that allows the user to move from one virtual world to another freely, meaning that the client will not need to have multiple VR headsets or multiple accounts to enter new worlds in the metaverse, but that with your account at Decentraland, you could be at Decentraland but also access to other virtual worlds. This could be achieved through interoperable standards by integrating with other blockchain projects, allowing different virtual worlds to communicate and exchange data between each other. By that means, we will be able to concentrate more of your clients of the metaverse in your platform. Every new user will want to have an account with you, just like email, for example. We have also think of an advertising and sponsorship platform by creating virtual ad spaces that appear in different virtual worlds, offering targeted and immersive advertising experiences. Decentraland could charge fees for access to these ad spaces or take a commission.
Therefore, the new business model we offer for Decentraland is the following: key partners, other virtual world providers, brands and businesses looking to advertise in virtual worlds, and developers creating new experiences. Key activities: maintaining and upgrading advertising and interoperability platform tools and services, providing personalized support, marketing, and promotion. Key resources: advertising and platform tools and services, and also NFT and tokenization expertise. Value proposition: interoperability platform for virtual worlds and advertising and sponsorship opportunities. Customer relationships: self-service for VR users and personalized support for others. Channels: web, apps, social media, etc. Customer segments: VR users, providers, and brands who want advertisement. In regards cost structure, it's all directed to the platform, personal infrastructure, and licensing. Finally, in regards to revenues, all directed to fees and commissions.
Now we can move on to the strategy we recommend to implement an efficient transition towards the new business model. And indeed, the competition's move into VR, like Meta's work with Oculus or its goal of releasing its first pair of smart glasses with Neural smartwatch to control it all, or even its collaboration with Ray-Ban, have made us realize that we must move into VR and quickly. And for this, we recommend a joint venture with the company Unity VR, which is a leading company in virtual reality experiences with high compatibility features and no external plugins. And this, beyond solving the challenge that we previously mentioned of the lack of accessibility and impracticality of technology, will also allow us to leverage the company's know how and resources on VR, meaning that we can be closer to the expansion of neuro reality or brain chips. And it's also going to encourage Decentraland's adoption and, most importantly, allow us to test the market and the user acceptance. And we recommend a limited edition headset to maximize the marketing hype and a promotion strategy based on trending platforms like TikTok to target new generations that are prone to new technologies, as well as virtual and mixed reality events to target enthusiasts and spread awareness. Therefore, to increase user engagement, we will target the new generation of innovators and early adopters through education. We would first start by targeting established players in the education market, including Khan Academy, to design virtual classrooms and virtual field trips for students. At the same time, we would also target professionals where real life practice is expensive, including airlines and sports like F1. These simulations will allow them to have an edge against competition. Our outreach campaign for this, to raise awareness, will primarily comprise of demonstrations in schools, businesses, and malls. This is because it is better to have 100 people in love with you than 1,000 casual users.
Our third strategy lies in Decentraland's unique opportunity to sell parts of its virtual land to advance the future adoption of the metaverse. Potential buyers include architecture and construction firms, who can use it to practice and develop their ideas, as well as medical and military organizations who can use it for training in a controlled virtual reality environment.
The United States chooses to link our future to
Decentraland.
because we know that we'll find no better partner.
Thank you, Joe. This not only promotes Decentraland, but also it creates a new revenue stream. In addition, decentralized nature provides an added layer of security and ownership for its users. It has already seen success in its virtual real estate market, with land prices increasing significantly over the past few years. As the metaverse industry continues to grow and gain mainstream acceptance, the central and strategic approach to partnering with VR and educative organizations while selling virtual land to advance adoption is likely to pay off and position you as the leader in the space. Thank you for your time, Mr. Ordano and board. The floor is now yours for questions.